Last Thursday, Governor Lee of Tennessee signed HB 8005, which would make it a felony to camp on state property. Campers would be given a warning, and those who refuse to leave would then be charged with a felony. Notably, convicted felons in Tennessee lose their right to vote, which could be a major blow to protesters aimed at uh, which could be a major blow to protesters aimed a high stakes election amid a high stakes election year. Lee's signing of the bill comes just 1 week after the GOP controlled General Assembly first passed the legislation. At the time, Lieutenant Governor and Speaker of the Senate Randy McNally, a Republican, touted the bill as a preventative measure against the forming of autonomous zones like the one in major cities.
A quick question about the protest bill. Do you feel it is justice to punish protesters more severely than someone who uses violence or intimidation to keep a person from voting, more severely than someone who abuses a child, more severely than a man who beats his wife?
I think the overall goal of that bill was to prevent lawlessness and destruction, and it accomplished that. I've been very clear that there were components of that bill that I would have done differently, but on balance, I think the bill accomplished what we wanted to get done.
You know, sexual contact with a minor by an authority figure is a Class A misdemeanor.
Right.
Is it justice to say that overnight felonies or overnight protests should be felonies?
There are components of that bill that I did not think were what I would have suggested, and the language I suggested was different than what actually ended up in the bill, but on balance, I think it was the right thing to do.
Is that justice?
On balance, I think it was the right thing to do.
So, when okay, so what's going on is people are protesting against racial injustice in the government, and Governor Lee and other people, solution to that is to make it a felony to protest racial injustice. This is basically what they're doing. If you want to fight against racial injustice, well, you're going to have your rights taken away and slapped with a felony. Um, as the press guy was saying in the video, um, the felony being slapped against protesters is worse than an authority figure raping a child. So this just shows how little they care about the lives of black people.